You know, oh my god, there's a spider on the camera, ah! It's alright, it's just a little one. Should be okay. Anyway, oh god, it's tiny, but it's got really spindly legs. Anyway, I really must thank, again, the person who got me this plush Commander Sterling, because not only is it cute and adorable and it was a sweet thing to do, when I'm not fucking well, it's great to just hold this up in front of the camera and call it a day. Because I really don't feel fucking well. Isn't that right? Burke from Trapdoor. Where the fucking put that? Oh, there it is. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. I can't do Burke. I can do the thing upstairs. Burke, feed me. So I could do that, but oh.
Hello.
Overworked servant of the thing upstairs.
Burke, feed me.
Anyway, we're gonna laugh at Scalpers this week. I reckon that'll perk me up. Okay, that's my Tamagotchi sorted. I think what we all could do with today is taking a big, delicious look at some exploitative, opportunistic bad guys actually losing, and believe it or not, we have an example of it. Yes, every so often justice is done, even if said justice is ultimately trivial. Still, we take our petty victories where we can, don't we? Anyway, the point is that a bunch of wasp-blowing scalpers made their usual attempt to gobble up newly released hardware to sell at an exorbitantly predatory price, and it's blown up in their dumb fucking faces because they tried it with the PlayStation 5 Pro. You know, that mega expensive upgrade that I'm sure is selling well enough, but certainly isn't selling well enough. Oh my god, for a second I was going to try highlighting the waveform in the audio recording and italicise it somehow. I wonder if my words could sound italicised if I leaned over a bit, like that. No.
Decide whether to share or to shaft.
The pieces of shit who usually profit from hardware shortages by buying them in bulk and selling them at a frankly disgusting markup are finding themselves in a position where they just can't sell the fucking things. Well, at least they can't sell them at the ludicrous prices some truly stupid motherfuckers are still trying to sell them for. Good luck getting $1,000, you knob end. There's just no shortage this time round. PS5 Pros are fairly easy to get hold of, possibly because it's already absurdly bloody priced to begin with. Did I mention that? But hey, that's the thing with scalpers. They literally cannot make money without the exploitation aspect because they're parasitic little fucknuts. In that regard, scalpers are just video game executives playing for much lower stakes. Aside from those few random chancers still trying to sell pros for upwards of $1,000, most of them are stuck flogging the things for under the system's retail price. I hope as many of them as possible lost enough money on this failed predatory endeavour to ruin their fucking Christmas. It is objectively funny when a would-be scalper is forced to sell their goods at a loss. Also, if their spouses left them. That too would be incredible. You gotta speculate to accumulate, they say, and in this instance, what the scalpers can go ahead and accumulate is fucking laughter. Ha. Ha ha ha. Ha. Ooh, I've forgotten how to do that. These filthy fucking rats made a killing on the original PlayStation 5, which became incredibly difficult to get a hold of for a damn long time. The PlayStation 5 launched while the COVID epidemic and related lockdowns were already making everyone miserable, and the fact that corporations couldn't even provide the distracting bread and circuses to take our minds off all the things said corporations had a hand in fucking up really didn't help matters. It wasn't just the PS5 either. The famous chip shortage saw manufacturers unable to have what they needed to make electronics of all sorts. graphics cards were in such short supply there was practically no supply at all, and a number of machines, particularly some handheld game systems I'd had my fucking eye on, were either massively delayed or nearly impossible to buy before their limited numbers were all drained to zero. I myself tried to get a PS5 for a while by watching for news of their appearances in Philadelphia, masking up at one point and braving a local Target where a tiny little shipment had arrived. Didn't get one that day. Risk to my asthmatic ass being out among the diseased and the damned for nothing. I can't say I wasn't lucky, however. A few weeks after launch, some lovely lads found themselves with a spare PS5 and, rather than be hollow-hearted cum vampires about it, sold the thing to me at cost, and oh, what a joy it was to play the Demon's Souls remake, followed by fuck all else, because the console didn't fucking have anything else going for it. I'm being facetious, of course. There were still good PS4 games coming out after all. Oh, but there were still bug snacks. Fuck off with your bug snacks. Oh wait, no, that was the game where the thing was going a bunga 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 bunga. Oh no, that is actually good. Sadly, it's not all laughs and bunga. A number of scalping scumbags have found a hardware shortage to capitalise on, and that's the external disk drive, which is hard enough to get hold of that filthy sewer men are listing them for just under double the price. YouTuber Lance McDonald noted one fucking imbecile trying their luck with a ridiculous listing of 500 quid. McDonald added that you could get a PS5 disk drive for well under that dolt's price. Just buy a slim console and scavenge the disk drive and panel off it to use on the Pro, then you're left with a digital slim to give to a loved one. Lance McDonald does good videos, by the way. I like his Dark Souls stuff a lot. Anyway, fuck scalpers. It is great when they suffer. Great for the community, great for the medium, great for our collective amusement. Hell, it's great for the nation. It's also pretty damn good for when you've got a content deadline and really want an easy week because, good lord, I'm tired and I just want to play Empire of the Ants while mentally processing mouthwashing. A game I've just finished before I went back to writing this script, and holy fuck did I need to check out mouthwashing sooner because, and I don't know if I mentioned this, fuck. I'm glad the husband nudged me to play that because, well, fuck. Empire of the Ants is decent, by the way. I mean, well, it's up and down. The weird strategy stuff is kinda cool, but some of the ant-based platforming is just fucking annoying. God damn, is that game really good at making ants look like ants, though. And they move like them as well. Except, of course, when the ant does a big jump. But look at her big ant bum wobbling about before she does it, though. Aww. There are some ants that jump, like the jumping ant, or the trapjaw ant, which they use their mouths to springboard off stuff. It's amazing. Can you do that, Zilla? Just curious, because, you know, your long-standing affinity for trapjaw from He-Man.
You know what'd be nice? If I could go one day in this life without a professional wrestler asking me, oh, what's their mouth do?
It's a little rough with its controls, but like a nail file amount of rough. Not cheese grater on outstretched bullsack rough. Maybe that's how we should start judging games? There's not enough nuance in our language. Hell, there's not enough language in our language when it comes to games criticism. Which is why Nerdsies found it easy to claim Dragon Age Veilguard reviews were suspicious, because like 90% of them used the phrase return to form. That's not them following EA's directions, though. They call every studio's game a return to form if their last game was fucking shit. Or even worse, scored 7 out of 10. 90% of games writing has an unimaginative vocabulary, unless of course it's written by me, the significantly married queen of linguistic delights that I am. That's really the point of today's video. How good I am at stuff. I'm basically at the vanguard of literary accomplishment when it comes to games media, though that's not hard. Which is why everyone should listen to me when I say we need to start evaluating video games based on how close they are to grinding stretched out testes against cold metal cheese scrapers. We could call it the grating scale. If it looks at this point in the video like I first picked a subject to talk about, realised after starting to write about it that it wasn't quite enough to cover a full script, and started desperately fucking about due to the sunk cost of time that writing the script up until this point had been, well, I'm about to bring it all home with a twist that ties everything I've said together and makes you think, Stephanie Sterling, you significantly married queen of linguistic delights, what absolute turnips we were to have doubted you.
Yay! Joy is home! I'm so proud! Aw, there's so much we can do together! Just one click and the fun begins! So many new things to discover! And do! Time for bed! Tamagotchi picks. The excitement grows every day. Batteries not included, each sold separately.
Yeah, it's got a wrist strap now. I can't really show it to you without nudging the thing and the... anyway. It's just gonna keep going on now. Thank God for me and all of that. Oh, yeah, I can turn this off now.